I suck at Halo Wars, but it's fun, so we're gonna dive into it. Let's see. Oh, they can't have my resources, they're mine. Oh, nice and glitchy, just how I like it. So something that's weird that I feel like I'm noticing is there's something going on with dignity in the world right now, And not just dignity, I guess. I kind of view it as a multi-part issue, right? Where you've got, I think he's friendly. Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while since I played. Oh yeah, I can see his cursor on the map. Yeah, he's friendly. But let's see. Let's go barracks, reactor. Hit the basics. We should probably invest in a turret. But like a big. Well, I guess it's probably not a problem, but it's just confusing. It's just confusing. I view dignity as kind of a three-pronged thing, that there's dignity itself, then you have pride and confidence, and they all kind of relate to different things, right? Pride is like a satisfaction or pleasure that you get from things that you've done in your life, right? And then you've got like confidence, which relates more to your you're able to believe in yourself, I suppose. You're able to rely on the belief consistently in yourself, that you're able to do things, and you're not unsure of yourself. And then you have dignity itself, which is a state of being like full of honor, worthy of respect, right? So they all kind of deal with different things. Pride, your accomplishments, confidence, like being able to rely on yourself, and dignity, acting in a way that is worthy of the respect of others, right? But I feel like something going on with it right now where pride gets a lot. There's a reason pride's a sin, right? And I think that pride is getting a lot more attention from people than the other two, right? Because I see people who don't carry themselves with dignity, and they just kind of use pride to carry themselves to the finish line, and it's odd to see, really, because it's essentially like holding up a balloon and saying, "Yep, it's bulletproof. Try and shoot it." And there's nothing behind the balloon. It's empty. It's a balloon. It'll pop when I shoot it. But but they're going into everything very sure of themselves, and it's a good quality to be sure of yourself. I I don't dispute that, but it just it seems to me like it's best if you don't rely on pride on its own. Seems to me like it's best if like really dignity is the most important one. I feel like dignity is something that people don't carry themselves with a lot right now. They'll act in very embarrassing ways in public. I looked out the window the other day and just saw someone walking in pajamas. And I'm like, huh, it's an interesting way to go out in public. And I'm not like I don't want to be judging. Do what makes you happy. Live life how you want to live life. I'm just gonna throw some guys here. We're gonna see how that goes. Live life how you want to live life, right? Do what makes you happy, whatever that may be. But I think that dignity is a powerful thing. You know, wow, that is not going well. There's more there than I anticipated. We'll see what I can do about that. Um, I want them to have RPGs, so we'll just build another one of these. Ooh, actually, that looks appealing. Wait a second. Now I can afford both. Perfect. Um, so I don't know. Like a lot of people just use pride with nothing behind it, and it's odd, especially when they don't have confidence. It's just pride without any reason, and it seems like a good way to get yourself in over your head. I think it's always a good idea to behave with confidence, but be humble as well. And pride makes it very difficult to be humble, right? Um, and so I think that could lead to being a problem. Okay, once I get RPGs on these guys, I'm just gonna flood the map with Marines. I should probably get other bases, but it didn't go so well last time, so we'll see. These are powerful. I need these actually. Booster shots and all infantry units to run at significantly increased speeds. I want it. What is this? Reserves, train times. I like that. I want that. Medium turret. I like that. I want that. Yeah. So when I talk dignity, it's not just appearance. I think it's a lot about how you carry yourself, and confidence and dignity are very intertwined, right? Carrying yourself is a very confidence-based thing as well as dignity. I think dignity has to do more with like let's see, placing value on your appearance, or let's just send these guys out to their death. They can take it. Oh God, that's not good. That's not good at all. Warthogs, let's see what you can do about that. Task. So it's like dignity has a lot to do with taking pride in the way you carry yourself, just as confidence does. And those are more substantial, I think, right? Confidence like really shows people, wow, this guy has the self-assurance to rely on himself to carry him through his life, right? Um, and then dignity shows, wow, this guy values his life, and you can be confident without dignity, and you can be dignified without confidence, right? You can put up a very dignified front and stuff, but you may be very unconfident. Or you may be very confident, but you don't put a lot of dignity in your face. You don't exactly dress to impress. You don't make sure that what you put out into the world is how can I put it? Is the best of you, you know? Um, and I think that's very important. I just get confused because it doesn't make sense to me when we have so much emphasis on pride instead of things that I view are more substantial, you know? Um, Having pride in your accomplishments is good, but that's the kind of thing that leads to just hubris, and hubris has never led to anything good, as far as I can recall. Jesus. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. Invasion of the Marines. Lovely. I probably should have spent that on upgrades, actually. I'm a little dumb sometimes, but that's all right. So I guess what it all ties back to is a sort of self-improvement. If you find yourself being like prideful, now here's the thing. I don't know if I'm one to give advice, right? I don't want to be full of, you know, wrongfully placed confidence that, oh, yep, I'm correct. I'm right. I'm right about this. But it's just something I notice when I talk to people and what I feel out in a conversation. You you can notice, you can ascertain things from people in a conversation. And I think one of the best routes you can do is to really just hone in on being confident and dignified and putting out an image of yourself that isn't like full of full of yourself essentially, because I feel like that's what pride leads to, it just it blows up your ego like a balloon, and then by the time it pops, who have you got by your side when they realize there was no substance behind your pride. um, oh, this is wonderful. I love this. See, that is what the UNSC needs, just Marines firing on a base that cannot defend itself any longer. That's what I view as beautiful. Okay, what are you guys doing? You guys moving? Good, good. I don't know, kind of ties into what I was saying about like social relationships. I mentioned there how sometimes it seems like people don't go out and take risks by going to clubs and meeting people in the real world because, you know, the concern is embarrassment and stuff. And that has a lot to do with confidence, I think. If you're prideful when you go out and meet new people, that's not going to work because then you're just going to come across as arrogant usually. So I think that the best move you can make is essentially fake it till you make it confidence. If you really just put yourself out there and, you know, try to make that change, eventually your personality will change. This is the thing. People are capable of so much change. It's insane if they just put themselves out into the world. And I don't think enough people take advantage of that. The self-improvement aspect of really just going for it. If you're shy, like socially inadept, let's say, there's so much potential for growth if you just throw yourself out there. Put on some nice clothes. Those can help accentuate confidence and make you look dignified. Um, and just kind of like go out, practice, 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 make perfect, right? Because the fear of like social anxiety that plagues us today, the fear is nothing compared to the regret that you'll feel if you do nothing, you know? That's how I feel. And so you just got to do it. I don't know. Oh my God, this is still going? Jesus, what are these Marines firing? Nerf darts? Christ. Attack. Can you tell I'm playing on easy? My God, what is happening? It's like I'm watching The Mandalorian and they're all just hitting his armor plates exactly. It's crazy. Okay, make something. Do it. This is mine now. I am imperialism. I am just invading everywhere. Turns out I am the bad guy in Halo. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess in my ramblings, I should probably go more in depth on why pride is a bad thing. Because I've heard the perspective a lot that pride isn't inherently bad. It's good to have pride in your accomplishments, and I agree with that in a base sentiment. But I think that overindulgence in pride that just makes you full of yourself and creates this, it's almost hedonistic, just taking like pleasure in yourself and your actions and stuff. It's like you should be happy about your actions and things. I certainly agree with that, but you know, at some point it becomes just just to bolster your own ego, I suppose. If you don't retain humbleness, then what will you have when your ego is stripped away, I suppose. If you humbleness all the beauty of humbleness is that it allows you to go out into a situation. You can be confident and humble. That's the beautiful thing about confidence. You can go out and be confident and humble, and if you make a mistake, humbleness always allows you to gracefully um, recover from that mistake. Um, Pride usually does not. Pride is what leads to people who can't handle losing an argument, can't handle the blow to their pride. It's just too much to handle. Um, we're just gonna, you know what? I say we send in another wave of Marines. That's what I think will handle it well. I also want to send in Spartan. That's a good idea. Any moment now. I'm just gonna wait for it. Patience is key. There we go. Beautiful. I'm just gonna destroy the entire Covenant fleet with that. That's all I'm gonna take, I'm sure. But ooh, should probably build more reactors while I'm at this. Reactor here, I think. Oh, that's 500. I forgot they increase in price after each one. Um, yeah, so I don't know. There's something good about the combination of humbleness and confidence, right? Just go together so well. I think dignity is more of a me thing, honestly, something I'm more focused on because personally, I don't really care what other people do, but it's just me that has a real focus on like I want to be putting out the best image of myself into the world, and so I want to think about the things I say. I want to be mindful of that, of what I say, what I wear, what I do, um, because those things are my image essentially. It doesn't really matter what you think inside your own mind. It matters what the world, well, for your image at least. It does matter what you think inside your own head, but your actions are much more substantial, right? And that's what's going to impact the world's view of you in the end. So it's best if you are mindful of those, I guess. And I don't know. That's more of a me thing. I don't really care what other people do. I can make suggestions all day long, but hey, if you want to go outside in your pajamas, just say all kinds of horrendous things. I don't care. Your life. Live how you want. You you Spartan. Amazing. We're gonna send him off to fight the war for us. Oh God. What are we getting caught there? I don't. Nope. You stop. You stop what you're doing right now and die. I am a commander. That is an order that commanders give. Um, that's my perspective. So I think that dignity can fall a little bit more on the wayside. It teach their own, but I think that confidence, humbleness, and avoiding pride best you can. Those are good. Um, because you never want to be someone who can't admit when they're wrong, and I think that's what pride leads to. But it's about finding that balance, right? There's an Overton window of how you should carry yourself, I think. And this Overton window is basically you want to find yourself in between being a shy, incapable of voicing your opinions kind of person. Um, but then you don't want to go too far and be just like full of pride and ego and never accept that your opinions may be wrong or you may have followed a train of thought down the wrong path, I guess. So you have to find yourself inside of that magical area that very few people find themselves in. I'm not in it. I'm a foolhardy prick, let's say. I can be at times. But I know people that have managed to be better, and that's what encourages me. I think that can't be understated, actually, now that I mention it. So, like, I know I do know a bunch of people who are in like separate circles than I am, and depending who they surround themselves with, it's impressive how their potential is modified, you know? Um, I want this medic. I want it. I want my Marines to be so decked out, and then I also want the Spartans to be decked out. So we'll focus on those two, just specifically them. No other troops exist. I know I just made Warthogs, but that's because I needed troops to be trained at the same time. Um, but yeah, it's impressive how much the crowd you surround yourself with will affect your peak potential. Oh God, I have just left my ally to do all of the work. This is not good. Not good at all. Spartans attacked. Do something. Um, my poor ally is going to die because he has to do all of the work. Oh, my base is gonna die. Oh God. This is not going well. That is not good. Um, I made turrets, but they're not doing anything. This is going quite poorly, actually. Are we getting warthogs out there, or is that not something that's happening? Oof, unfortunate. So just make sure you're surrounding yourself with the best people you can. Like I've noticed this with myself and in classes in particular. I've surrounded my well, one friend in particular is the most insane overachiever you will ever meet. And since interacting with him, I feel like I've started to do more work and more, well, just be on my game a little bit more, which is amazing. It's just crazy to see how that affects you. And you know, that happens with all aspects of life. They're the people you surround yourself with, that crowd is what you're going to be like. So if you try to surround yourself with people who are better than you, I believe some philosopher dug into that. I can't remember at the moment, but yeah, if you surround yourself with people better than yourself, then you always have something to shoot up towards. You know, and I think that how that balances, because I always heard that quote or wherever it was sourced from. I cannot remember for the life of me, but I always heard that, and I was like, well, that sucks because then you're not contributing anything. But I think how it works out in the best like relationships is that you contribute some kind of aspect that you're more mature in or you're better in to them while they contribute a different aspect. Like maybe you're better at social interaction while they're better at the academic success and just really hammering it home. Dude, OESTs, yes, please. More Spartans, though, that will be good. So in the best of relationships, I think it's an exchange that results in like a spiraling upward almost. Um, those are the best kinds, I think. And I feel like I'm lucky to have friends who do that, you know. I'm not always the best, but oh God, this poor base. I have not defended it at all, and it is just getting assaulted. My God, you know what? It's their fault. It's the world's fault, honestly. It's not my fault. I've done everything I can. I brought it into this world. What else does it want from me? Wow, this is quite poor. I should probably build a barracks or something. Why did I say it like that? Um, this is unfortunate. So, you know, if you're really that shy and you just can't help it, I guess then, you know, try to surround yourself with someone who's not. Try to surround yourself with someone outgoing. You know, one outgoing person can help so much. Um, give you an example to follow almost, you know. If this guy destroys the base, I'm going to be really sad, actually. I just realized how much that would depress me, and it did not. Wow, this is sad. This is quite sad. Oh my God. Like I don't know how I'm still in the game when I play like this. Jeez. Spartan laser, that's a good move. Just we got to get more out there. This is horrifyingly bad. Oh my God. Before Yeah, so you see, maybe if I surrounded myself with people who were actually good at Halo Wars, I would be able to be good at Halo Wars. But as you can see, I have not done that. So, you know, this is the effect that we get here essentially. I'm watching my theories play out in front of me. Oh, man, this guy's doing all the work. Come on, I want something. I want something big. I think that's my wait. Where are my Spartans? Oh, that's my most powerful unit is just sitting there. Jesus. Yep, you guys just stand guard. You know, when it finally comes time for the capital of Rome to fall, then then you can save it. My God. Well, this game will probably get so long forever, so I'm gonna call it there.